Yo, my people, happy Easter. I'm back here in my beautiful house in London. And yesterday I spent some quality time with some good old friends of mine, realizing how unbelievably important it is to have good, loyal people in your life that you've been friends with for a long time. We have a lot of lonely men in today's world, and lonely men are dangerous, and lonely men are unfulfilled. And no matter how much money you'll make, if you're lonely, your life is going to be shit. Full stop. There's just no two ways about it. I really want to talk today on Easter because I've woken up this morning, and despite having a bit of a heavy night with the boys, I decided to get my ass out in the garden and do a workout with my dumbbells and just some press-ups. Everyone thinks you need a lavish gym. You really don't. You just need the ability and the willingness to actually want to train. This is my office here in London, which is abandoned. I barely ever use it. I use it like twice or three times a year. And so ultimately, you are literally a creature of your habits, right? So I tell people this all the time. Success isn't about smashing a particular business and then thinking you've made it, right? There's a lot of rich people that I meet. I spend a lot of time with wealthy people, whether it be in Miami, in London, or Dubai. And what I notice about them is, all right, they have the money, but they've got shitty lives outside of the money. And then you realize, well, hold on, brother, you've forgotten about all the other important aspects in this life. And those aspects come from good quality habits that you instill as a man. Right? You will become successful if you have to become that person before you become successful. You need to become worthy of success, right? I know people talk about the word like manifesting, and I truly believe in that term, because you ultimately need to be the correct person before you become successful. You're not going to smash no online business and make millions, right? The thing that I find which rich and successful people have in common, not rich, I mean successful people in all realms of life, is that they are multifaceted. They work out, they have good habits, they have good quality friends, they care for their wife and their children, they're good fathers, they might be religious, they might not, you don't have to be religious to be a good person. They just have their shit together. They understand how the law works, they understand tax, they understand inheritance tax, they make sure that they don't get fucked by the law, they make sure they don't get in stupid situations and get angry. There are many times you can do one stupid move in your life, drive very drunk, smash into someone, and you could literally ruin it. And there's a lot of wealthy people who make those dumb moves, but the most successful people that I've come across, and the person that I try to be, and the person I urge you that you should also be, is a multifaceted, multi-dimensional man who not only is working on his business, you need to become that man before you make it. And that man is built out of good quality habits. You wake up, you train on most days, you don't miss it. You're consistent with whatever you do, whether it be music or, I don't know, it could be YouTube videos, it could be whatever business you're doing, whatever you love doing, whatever craft that you enjoy doing, you should continue doing that, and you should do that on a daily basis. Right? You should try to be perfecting your craft, whether you're a writer, whether you're a poet. It doesn't matter what the fuck you do. I don't care what you do, right? You don't have to be this online persona, online influencer. You can make your money anyhow, but as long as you're crafting yourself into that person every single day and you've got good quality habits, your life is all about having good quality habits. Ever since I was 16 years old, I've had good quality habits. Okay, I also had some bad habits in the sense that I smoked weed and went out on weekends and I'd binge drink. But I've evolved from that. And ultimately, I had the right habits even before I became successful. When I made my first million at 27 years old, I was training 3-4 times a week. I was always looking at different businesses. I was trying to understand different businesses. I was always trying to engage with people in the business world, asking them questions, asking to meet them. This is something I'm revealing here for the first time on my YouTube. I was actually a Freemason. I was invited to join a Freemason's lodge. There were many successful men at that lodge, and that was how I got one of my first jobs. And so I networked with successful people and always tried to be that man. Even before I ever became successful, I instilled those good quality habits. It was a mindset thing. I believed that I could make it. I trained, I worked hard every day. I tried to eat healthy. Sometimes you'd let loose. You can't always be perfect, but most of the time you have to have good quality habits with good quality food and good quality people around you and good quality thinking. You have to manifest success. and you have to keep trying different businesses until you become successful. Anyone you meet that's wealthy didn't crack it from the first business. I'm telling you, they started a number of different businesses until they became successful. And that's the same shit for me, right? I failed so many businesses until I became successful. And even recently, I failed a shit ton of projects. But I know at one point, my next project will just blow up again because I'm relentless and I keep trying. And that's the kind of quality you need as a man to succeed. So here on this beautiful Easter Sunday, where Christ rose from the death, you can also be rising from whatever deathly situation that you're possibly in, right? There's no excuses. And like, some of my friends are unhealthy, in bad shape, not looking too well. And they're in that boat because of them. There's no other real reason. They can't blame it on any outside forces. They have fucked up. They need to instill better habits. So what if you're fat and you're going for a run and you look a bit embarrassing, you look stupid? Who cares? In 6 months' time, that fat guy going for a run is now slim and looking good. Who cares if you can return from any situation. I know you might have been through some major trauma in your lives. I know you might have been through some major difficulties, but you can rise from the ashes. Just like Jesus rose from the tomb, it is an example and a metaphor for us as men to also rise from the ashes. No matter what happens to you, I believe in you. I believe you can make it happen. You have to instill the right habits in order for you to become successful. I'm telling you, if you got fucked up habits and you're an absolute mess and you make money in something, you will remain a mess. And you'll be an absolute joke, even with money. An idiot with money is an even bigger idiot. I truly believe that. And so understand how to manage your schedule and just understand that you have to build better habits. That's what's going to make you successful. In order to become the man that you are dreaming of being, you have to transform into that man. You don't just become successful overnight. Those habits, that manifested thinking, that good quality, positive vibe with positive people around you, and then eventually you'll start seeing things click for you. But if you don't change because you've got a bunch of negative habits, you keep drinking, you keep smoking, you still haven't exercised, you still haven't joined that gym, you still haven't started that business, you still haven't spoken to that girl, you still haven't improved your dating app, you still haven't optimized your pictures on your dating app, you still haven't improved your relationship with your parents, then you're never going to be successful. You've got to do something about it. Happy Easter.